Hello all of you awesome and amazing people, and welcome back to the Grounded Iceberg. Today we'll be covering Tier 4 of the Grounded Iceberg, and as we get into deeper waters, the entries will be less known and harder to research. If I get anything wrong, please add in the comments what you believe to be correct. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the video. Mansterious Stranger, followed New Vegas reference. This entry refers to the mutation Mansterious Stranger, which spawns in a friendly mant to fight for you. This mutation has a 2% chance of activating. To unlock this mutation, you're required to have killed the boss mant. This mutation is a reference to the Mysterious Stranger in the Fallout series. The Mysterious Stranger in Fallout has a very small chance of spawning to assist you in a fight when using the VATS feature. This reference does make sense due to Obsidian Entertainment being the lead development studio for Fallout New Vegas. Lab chairs. I couldn't find much on this entry aside from a single Steam community post from a user on Steam. They seem to have had trouble placing a lab chair A and was asking if anyone else had had the issue. I've tried looking for said lab chair A, but couldn't find anything. I'm guessing this was a chair that was placeable in your base but was later removed. The last sign of this chair was December 2023. If anyone else has further information on this, feel free to let me know in the comments. Earwig. This was supposed to be a tier 3 enemy at the shed's inside location. The shed's inside was removed due to it not being able to be optimized on the Xbox. Much is unknown about this creature, like the bite power, the charged bite damage, or the spit damage. They would be in larger groups when fighting the player, just like the ants. It would have had an attack nearly identical to the larva. In the game's code there was mention of a spit attack, but appears to have never been fully implemented. It would have started to flee at 10% health, just like the fire ants. The wiki does speculate this may have been a leftover code from the larva enemy. This bug would have dropped an Earwig pincher, which could have been used to craft tier 3 armor and weapons. It also had 250 health and a 5-second stun cooldown. Its resistances were chopping, and its weakness was spicy. Silverfish. There's not much information on this bug as the Earwig, but it would have been a passive bug that was mainly found in the shed's inside. It would have dropped silverfish scales and would have 12 health. It had no attack animations and shared most of its code with the aphid. This either says it was severely unfinished or it had similar mechanics to the scarabs, being hard to catch and kill according to the wiki. There appears to have been a poll which voted in favor of adding the silverfish, and forgive me if I butcher these names, but they were also going to spawn near the bombardiers in the flooded zone, the tree, the wood pile, the termite den, picnic table, and under the wooden plank. So they would have been fairly common according to DuckBioy123 on the Grounded wiki. Please, we are begging you to stop eating the paint. This refers to the small text found on the paint can that tells the player to stop eating the paint. I'm not sure what this is referring to. Maybe the player could have eaten paint for a debuff or a buff, but that probably would have been a bad idea considering kids may play this game, and kids are not very smart sometimes. Burg.L kill mode. On the whiteboard inside the lab near Burg.L, there's a text referring to a kill mode that Burg.L has. This can be a friendly kill mode where Burg.L can assist the player in killing bad bugs, or quite the opposite. I can only imagine what this could have meant. This could have been a feature that was going to be added to the game, or just a funny little thing added by the developers. Burg.L having a kill mode would be hilarious, but also terrifying. Maybe when attacking Burg.L too many times, it could activate his kill mode and cause him to murder the player. I personally would have given him unlimited health because no one should be able to kill our good friend Burg.L. Shyla Milk Carton Teen. One thing I can say about this is the name Shyla is also the name of a developer of Grounded. There's a milk carton in the backyard that has 4 photos of missing teens that may have been there before yourself. A Reddit user said, the red-haired one is a reference to Shyla, which does make sense as Obsidian has done this in the past where they will add little references to their dev team in the game. If there's any more information you guys have on this, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. Cassette tapes. There's a few cassette tapes added to the game, but I could only find a few hints of this. A user on Reddit found a cassette tape on the picnic table that has references to 80s and 90s bands. One large reference that I could find was Master of Puppets. The game is set in the 1990s where Metallica released Master of Puppets in 1986. So at the time, Metallica was a huge and really well-respected band. So this could have just been a way for developers to give that 1990s feel to the game, but I have no idea. Grid Kid. This refers to what the player looks like when you're in the Crafting 3D preview. I'm not sure if this was a playable character or just a placeholder for when crafting in 3D preview, but it's cool the developers show the creative process in their patch notes. Roby's Burger Shop. This refers to where I believe Burg.L's name could have came from. According to Bean Ultra on Reddit, Burg.L worked at Roby's classic automated burger shop, with Roby's motto being make every day exponentially great. Mouthtown. This seems to be a food distribution company in Grounded, distributing drinks, sodas, candies, and supplements. Most of their products seem to advertise towards children. Dr. Wendell Tully also pledged his muscle sprouts to the company, but all they did was make a breakfast cereal out of his developed food. Wendell saw this as an insult to his invention and rejected the offer, saying Burg.L was able to prepare much more sophisticated meals according to the Grounded Wiki. The known products distributed by Mouthtown in the game, and forgive me if I butcher any of these names, I am dyslexic, Armed Raspberry Puncho, Apricot Puncho, Calvo Can, Chop Can, Fizzam Cam, Chewberry, Fizzam Cam, Pamplemousse, Jabby Cola, Hot Cha-Cha's Candy, Ice Cap Mints, Labice Can, Lemon Crime Puncho, Milk Molars, Peach Fuzz Puncho, Tropicot Puncho, and Whelp Flavor Drink. Clover Glider. This seems to be something the community wanted to add to the game. If it was ever added to the game, I'm not sure. I couldn't find anything where it states it was ever added, or if the developers had any intentions of adding it. But many players of the game had great ideas of a Clover Glider and other variations of a glider instead of the Dandelion Tufts. The Dandelion Tufts are slow and can't glide, and this may have been a cool addition as an endgame item, but I think part of the game is just running around being chased by spiders, so this may have taken away from the gameplay. Old Quartzite. All I could find on this was an old quartzite crafting system from user Casey Gemini on a GameSpot thread. Another user had said it was obscenely repetitive on how often you have to run a quartzite loop and then just get killed only to respawn and do it all again. I'm not sure how this old system used to work, but if anyone has information on this, please feel free to add it in the comments below. Early Access Sign Frame. This refers to the sign frame that was added in early access versions of the game. According to GameWith.net, this was going to be a mountable frame made of acorn bits and pieces that can house all sorts of art and signage, useful for relaying information in the yard or letting your inner designer shine. It was crafted with 1 acorn shell, 1 acorn top, and 4 crude rope. Firefly Lantern. This seems to be an item that was going to be added to the game but never was. It was instead replaced by a hanging lantern variant that goes by Firefly Hanging Lantern. It's an interior design craftable decor item that automatically turns on and off during the day and night. Real life juice box. This may refer to the developers selling a pint glass with the Puncho graphic on it. People have also made guides on how to make Puncho in real life. Seems like it tastes pretty good. Grub/berry/pupa plating. I couldn't find any photos of this, but there used to be a plating made of grubs, berries, and pupas, but was later removed and replaced by brittle plating and other variants. Not much to add on this, and if you have any more information, feel free to add it in the comments. Flowerbed Stained Grasslands Burg.L Chips. 4 years ago, there seems to have only been 3 Burg.L chips in the game: the Flowerbed, Stained, and Grassland chips. It also seems that Burg.L used to be in the Grasslands. He also would have given the player a Grave Robber quest. And that concludes Tier 4 of the Grounded Iceberg. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it. It helps me out a lot. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you have any questions or information, please feel free to add it in the comments below. I read all the comments, I love you all, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.